Oh, hey guys. Wow, there's 25 people here already. Okay, I guess that's what kind of day we're having. So, yeah, let me turn this up. Judge Slavin should theoretically go live in like 4 minutes. I wanted to get a nice jump on it before we went too crazy here. Might turn off that light over there. Hello. Let me just share my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. And we can definitely switch that. There we go. No, so he has court. I double checked. What's it called? The 23rd District Court. I'll check it again real quick. 23rd District Court. I checked Eric Martin. It's set up Judge Slavin, 1 p.m. Somebody earlier said that Judge Slavin has like 7 things scheduled for 1 p.m. Yeah, the max I go is a minute just to let people come in, but yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, so we're just going to constantly refresh this till he goes live. The only thing that I'm half concerned about is that we saw this with Broken System, Broken Trust, actually. He gotta grab my watch so I know what the fuck time it is. 12:57. Yeah, Broken System, Broken Trust did this a few times with all of his court cases where he would show up, run his mouth with some nonsense sovereign citizen bullshit, and then they would kick him to the end. So I'm hoping that they don't kick Eric Martin to the end. Or honestly, what I hope, he plays some dumb shit game and then they kick him to the end. Let me do this in the background. 23rd District Court. Come on. Case search. And I am going to get up here in a minute. I forgot to pour myself a cup of coffee. I made a whole pot and then just brought in a cup of water like some peasant. And I don't know if you guys have tried to do the case search from Michigan or from the 23rd District Court specifically, but it's ass backwards. It makes you go to the 23rd District Court, go to look it up that way, and then it tells you, oh shit, that's not a problem. Like, that's not even a thing. And then it kicks you to the main website where you have to search for the 23rd District Court. Yep, scheduled for settlement conference 2/10/2025, 1 p.m., State of Michigan versus Martin. And this is regarding, what is it? The domestic violence against his brother, of all people. Let me see if you guys can. Yeah, BSBT's been saying some absolutely wild things the last few days. All right, yeah, so this is the case we're looking at. It's all good. I had to make sure that, and somebody can somebody double check if that's the actual Broken System, Broken Trust, or the good Broken System, Broken Trust. I checked Friday. I actually talked to Colin on Friday about this because I'm like, I might stream, might not stream, depending on how I feel. Clearly, I feel decent enough to stream, but he didn't get bonded out, so he's gonna show up. It's just a matter of when. Let me refresh again now that it's 1 p.m. Eric Martin is it's the fake one. Oh, the fake and the real one is here. That's odd. Toyota Tom. Let's see here. Eric Martin is a sovereign citizen who was involved in the Scootergate incident where he was driving his scooter. They pulled him over. He decided to inform everyone informed the police officers that he was a jailhouse lawyer because he was in jail for 24 years or prison for 24 years. They gave him a ticket. He showed up and he dragged that shit out for like 2 years. Gregory, yeah, he should still be in custody. But yeah, he did that, got kind of lost. I don't want to say lost in the system. It just took a while. But while it was taking a while, he decided to domestically abuse, allegedly, his brother. And he's been in and out of court for this ever since. It just happens the last time he was in court, they were about to let him out. One of his bond conditions was don't go back to the house because your brother lives there. He flipped shit, and I want to say it was the oh god, I'm drawing a blank on the actual term. But it was like a judge. I believe Judge Slaven was like gone or on vacation, so it was a different judge. And he's like, "Yeah, you can stay in jail until the next court case." What's up? It's funny you say that. Why is the DV against his brother? Were there no small women available? From what I've seen of his brother the last time, he's like in a home being taken care of. Like, I don't want to say on his deathbed, but like he's not doing great. So in my head, that counts as a small elderly woman. Colin, what's up? Wayne Lake, Eric Martin should be in an institution. I say it all the time. Make asylums great again, because these people are crazy. Sovereign citizens are crazy. Good example: broken system, broken trust. At the pro tem, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I just have so much. I don't want to say stupidity in my head, but from dealing with all of these people and having to use the exact same. This is why you're wrong. This is why you're wrong. This is why you're wrong. And then them trying to throw random bullshit. It just stuck up there forever. But yeah, there's that. Let me see. I saw something else regarding broken system, broken trust. He's like, oh, KFAR doesn't know the difference between Eric Martin and a real criminal. If you've been in prison for 24 years and then you pulled the sovereign citizen's shit and then you beat your brother and sister, I'm going to call that a real criminal. And yes, I believe somebody told me, I don't remember if it was in Edward. I can see your comments. I see you. I don't know if they're popping up on YouTube, but I see you on Restream. I'm not on YouTube. The only YouTube I'm on is the Judge Slaven page. Oh God, what was I going at? Oh, yeah, a real criminal, 24 years in prison, beating your significant or your brother and sister. There's that. Oh, that's what I was going to say about a sister. Somebody told me that there's like an Instagram short or something like that regarding his sister, like doing a tell-all on a few videos about this incident. Okay, everybody sees Edward. No, AI censorship is literally the worst. 133 people. Just to watch Eric Martin maybe show up. Like, I enjoy doing streams during the day. It's just hard for me because it's so... I cover sovereign citizens. And sovereign citizens have this reasoning where they just decide to not show up to court. So it's really hard to schedule a court date. There's streams to cover specific incidents or specific people in court because they'll just not show up. I think Broken System, Broken Trust has done it. We sat here for like forever, and he just never showed up. Matter of fact, you know what? It was his jury trial with Judge Shackelford. We were ready to stream it. Boy dipped out and ran to a different state. And then he's bragging about how they don't really want to prosecute and blah, blah, blah. They had a jury trial for you, my guy. They were waiting for you, and you dipped out. I agree, and what you just described is like basically every sovereign citizen. That for some reason, sovereign citizens think they're smarter than every other human on the planet, even though they have zero knowledge in the things that they're actually talking about. Yeah, we're going back to this. It's here. It's just not here. You know what? Let me do something. Let me yeah, Eric Martin should still be in custody. And he's got a settlement conference today, and I know he likes to blow up at these things because he doesn't think bond conditions apply to him. Why don't you frauditors audit a biker bar at 10 p.m.? Because what's his name? New York Public Tour tried that, and he ended up in prison for a year and some change. Oh yeah, 1,000%. He knew it was coming. He talks. This is what sovereign citizens and frauditors do. They talk such a big game, and then they don't show up. And it's like, well, if you 100% right. And you know what you're talking about. Why did you not show up to school the judge? Old school freedom. Hey, KFAR from South Carolina. Dear Lord, how you doing? He never said what he was in jail for 24 years for. I actually asked Colin that exact question today. Hey, it just hit me that he said that. Do you know what it was for? Because I want to know if it was 24 years for one incident or if it was like 24 years here and there for several things. But no, I was going to go check Judge Shackelford's. I checked hers earlier and she was live, but there wasn't really much. Oh, Law Talk with Mike is doing the exact same thing. Let me see what. Let me see. I know. You know what we might do? He has not posted on Facebook since November 26th. Good to know. Yeah, Eric, it was during his traffic stop. He said that I forgot if it was 22 or 24. He said something like that and then said that he's a jailhouse lawyer. He did that much time, but didn't really expand on it. Let's go to Judge Shackelford. And this is also why I don't like doing this sometimes, is because sometimes the judges are just like, nah, not showing it. How old is Eric Martin? Actually, I can look that up in this court search real quick. I'm 51 years old. He's 51 years old. Oh, he said that. Oh, okay. So he said he studied the law for 24 years and he's just got out of prison a couple of years ago. Interesting. Okay, I would still like to know what that's for or why he was in. Because for all I know, Eric Martin could have been trying the sovereign citizen bullshit before it was cool on the old YouTube. Judge Shackelford she is live. Live. But nothing's going on. But nothing going on is much better than what we're doing here. Full screen. Can I get it? Can I possibly get this square? Let's see here. We're trying, guys. We're trying here. I would say, oh, we could watch this, but it's just one guy in court. Is that the court reporter or the court officer just sitting there going, I just saw somebody say something about the Eagles. Yeah, I'm glad the Eagles won. I didn't think he was going to go the Eagles' way with that first pass interference call. Did I wake up and decide to take on Mike today? Actually, Ed, I had this scheduled for since last night at about 11. I actually scheduled this live stream, and tonight, if time permits in my life, I was going to stream. Apparently, Lucky Laptop News got assaulted by an attorney at the public defender's office, him and JC News Now, and they kind of pointed out to JC News Now, hey, you're actually trespassed from here unless you're doing actual business, and seeing as how you're here just to be his butt buddy, that's not actual business, so you can go. And then they called the cops, and the cops were like, y'all need to leave. Irish Dublin, at some point it will be court. I'm still just waiting for Judge Slaven to go live. I might call up there in a bit if he doesn't go live and ask hey, are y'all going live? Because I would very much appreciate him going live. Let me look that up real quick. District Court. The doctors told me to avoid excitement. I might have to leave the stream. I feel like you'll be good for a little bit longer. Just because I'm not exactly sure, like I said. I'm going to try to bounce back and forth, but Judge Shackelford's not even in the courtroom, and Judge Slaven hasn't started a stream yet. Proceed. All right, I'm looking up the docket right now. Oh, okay, cool. Let me see here. Yeah, he's On the docket for 1 o'clock. Fred, court should have started at 1. Mike has about 1,000 more. I am not shocked by that at all. Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks to be the 5th. I don't know if they're going to go in order or first come, first serve, because if it's first come, first serve, your boy Eric Martin should probably be the first since he's probably there already. Actually, they may take a couple of these first because I see one's an arraignment, which won't take that long. Pre-trial, arraignment. Yeah, there's 2 arraignments, couple of pre-trials. Let's see. We're just going to keep spamming this here fucking refresh, and we're going to stare at Judge Shackelford's. And well, there's 2 people in Judge Shackelford's courtroom at this point. Lucky laptop needs an electronic ambulance. I don't know what you're trying to say, bud. Aha! Okay, here we go, guys. Share this tab instead. Judge Shackelford. Let me know if you guys can hear this and all that jazz. Or maybe it'll just kick it off this fucking street. Oh, God. That's why. There we go. Maybe. Or maybe I just nuked everything. There we go. Judge Slaven is live. Only a few minutes late. We're going to forgive him because it's Judge Slaven. There we go. Actually, let's watch it like this. And we don't need the chat, which is weird because most of them do it in kids mode so that you can't chat. But apparently Judge Slaven just said, Colin, he is scheduled. Like I showed you the screenshot the other day, he is still scheduled for that. And then I checked his docket. I believe I said there's 7 people scheduled for 1 p.m. and he is one of them. I don't think anything's happening yet. Volume's all the way up. I'm not hearing anything either on my end, but they're live, which is better than nothing. Yeah, it seems like it seems like the pro tem judges that keep coming in for Judge Slaven are a little bit more ruthless than Judge Slaven. Judge Slaven, I wouldn't even say he's ruthless. He's just like by the book. He's a cool guy, but it's like, this is what's going on. Deal with it. He shouldn't have been out on bond. Let me do this real quick and then try to bring it back up. Was freaking out on my other monitor. No, he should still be in jail for when he decided he wanted to stress about how he wanted to go to his house. And the judge is like, no, that's the bond conditions. Don't go to your house. We might go back to this weird. Oh, it really just does not like me today. Exit full screen. Enter full screen. There we go. Okay. Well, what did he get for his... to be fair, Eric Martin seems to have gotten what's coming to him because he's still in jail. Oh, dear God. Is that the original Game Boy Pikachu? No, that's a funny story about that. Chris Ryder was saying something negative about Pokemon and people that have played Pokemon. So I went out and bought a giant Pikachu just to mess with him. Ugh. Are they live, live, live? Well, Attorney Jay Gazicki is live, 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 but Judge Slavin is not. Yeah, they've got uh let's see here, a Donald Costa, a Giovanna Jones, oh, okay, well that actually saves us some time. One person is being seen for two pre-trials, but they're the same person. So that should save us a little bit of time. Like I said, I'm just terrified that they're going to kick him to the end. Okay. Pokemon Go. Mrs. Kfar today, matter of fact. Okay. Mrs. Kfar today sent me a meeting that happened in a strip mall an hour ago, and I'm like, oh, how'd you find that out? She goes, oh, I'm in the parking lot hitting a Pokestop before I come home. Because we both like to load up on all the Pokemon Go things so that when we go to the zoo, the kids can play Pokemon Go at the zoo. All right. Well, I thought I was like, what has the delay? I just checked. It doesn't look like I have a delay on my phone. But then again, you guys probably don't want to hear me talk on my phone. There you go. That should be fine. Erica, member for 27 months. I've dealt with KFAR for that long. Yes, you have. Oh, God. I can check right now. It is 30 degrees where I'm at. Dear Lord, Judge Slavin, let's go. All right. I'm going to hop off screen for a second and I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee. I'm going to leave this up with the sound. That way, if anything actually happens, you guys will see it. So give me like 2 minutes.
Maybe she's doing the right to write him out for next time.
No, because he's a circuit court now. We don't do
Oh, they
anything.
wait or got bound over.
Bound
They
over.
finished it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we finished at like 10:45.
See, she would have been there with them before 11.
Yeah,
That was supposed to be at 10 o'clock.
yeah. All right, so let's.
And we almost did something. I guess that girl's gonna be our flag.
Who?
That girl that was talking. Mom said it was ours.
We'll walk in.
William.
Nobody told me about a walk-in. Nobody told me about a walk-in.
He's doing arrangements for their rest.
Yeah, because if there's any walk-ins, it's done as a
We've got
video.
movement.
I don't heard new what any walk-ins get handled by who's assigned to it or something.
Her name's William.
What's the guy's story?
It's a
Is it
girl.
my case?
I don't know. I never seen the file. It's William.
Set the wrong bond.
Nobody said anything to me at all about a walk-in.
I need to somehow figure out a way to
Do you want me to, or she's up here, I can get her name.
Facebook so that we have 8,000 fucking people who don't know who George Doctor.
You ask what the first name is.
I love it how Judge Slaven. I just heard a swear word from Judge Slaven. I think he just realized he was live. There we go. Show us Eric Martin. Ah, that's the attorney for Eric Martin. Ask me how I know. Because it says attorney for Eric Martin. Let's go.
Mr. Darren, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge. How you doing?
I'm doing well. You're here for Eric Martin?
Yeah, I need to just get back to the check-in so that she can throw me in with him so I can talk to him.
All right, hang on a second.
So he will be here today.
Let's see.
Is he considered an appointment here because of the?
All right, I'll put you in there.
Thank you, Judge.
Attorney Maurice Davis is here for Bridget Wilson.
No one's saying it though.
No, but oh yes, she is here. Apologize. Yep, don't get further down.
KT's head, what's up?
Randy French is here.
It's got Shanky.
Yep, Mr. Shemke is not here yet.
Oh, Erica, everyone over here is sick right now.
Robert Pierce is here, still in custody.
On the Samsung, what's your name? Turn your video on.
Attorney Jeffrey Blaze is shown.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Gabby Murray.
Which case number are you here on?
I don't know the number.
What's-
I wasn't given the number.
Sure. How do you spell your last name?
MURRAY -PEAKE.
This might be the walk-in because I don't
The
see.
dash, say again?
PEAKE.
And which case are you here on? Or about?
The case against Scott Anthony Fleming.
Oh, let me see here. Is that on there?
You are a victim / witness?
Yes, sir.
Scott Anthony Fleming. Probable cause conference.
And your spelling of your first name?
GABRIELLE.
I love how they
The
has
check-in
a
clerk will
chat.
be pulling you in a moment, and then we'll let the prosecutor know that you're here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
She's early. That's a 1:30 case. I'm hoping it's going to be interesting. I really am. Oh shit, you know what? She's not early. It's 1:26 already. Why does Slaven not know camera angles? I wish I could just hook my man up, just go in and just like, here, my guy, let me help
Kaylee
you.
Murray. Hi, are you here on the Scott Plumbing matter? You got to unmute yourself.
What is he doing?
Yes.
All
What
right.
is this
The
Scott
check-in
Fleming
clerk
guy
will be
doing?
pulling you in to make sure that we have all of your contact information updated. You are a victim / witness.
Yes.
All right. She'll be pulling you in a moment.
So Scott Fleming has 2 victims. That's never good. Is this guy Martin buddies with? No, he's not. He's not friends with Chris. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, they've never connected. But with the frauditings affinity to listen to people who aren't lawyers, I'm surprised this jailhouse attorney doesn't represent Chris in court. Oh, I know, Edward. I know. It's just like Shackelford has it down. Free Travis Kelsey. Free him from what? Bad Company. What's the story with Eric Martin? Sovereign citizen just got convicted of driving with no license and a bunch of other like sovereign citizen shit. And now he's in court for domestic violence against his brother. I hope he's first. Oh, God. Checking Discord now.
Probation violation.
Not that I know
Or,
of.
I'm sorry, a sentence.
I got those 2 files here. I can call down and find out. It's usually they go with probation, so. Not up here, she isn't.
There's no tab here.
Judge Slaven is hilarious, man. Let's see.
She didn't go call the cab out there.
Oh, God. All right. So, Edward, that's actually hilarious because everybody's like, oh, Taylor Swift broke up with him. David Neal, I actually watched a little bit. I know this is completely off topic, but free Luigi. I watched a little bit of his attorney talk yesterday. And I don't know if it was like an older clip or if it was like from yesterday. But he's like, the evidence that I've seen, he hasn't done anything. There's like no proof that he's done anything. And I don't know if he's like being truthful with that or if it's like, I'm his attorney. I'm legally obligated to say these things. But he looked like really convinced that he didn't do anything. And that would be like the plot twist of the century. Knowing that, what was it, New York basically perp walked him with like the entire SWAT team and all that shit. It would be such a plot twist if they're like, oh yeah, he didn't even do it. Yeah, he doesn't understand that that's where I've lived for 44 years. Well, you can't live there until you get this shit figured out because turns out the state's not just going to let you beat your disabled brother for shits and giggles. Rumor has it, though, there's a guy in White Lake, Michigan who would be willing to split a motel room with Eric Martin. They could argue about which one's dumber. Christopher Schemke. That's not Eric Martin's attorney. No, you can't comment on that because you'd have to inform him that Law Talk with Mike has like 1,800 and KFAR has 200. So the brother, maybe disabled was the wrong word. His brother seems to be in a, what am I looking for? He's in a medical place where they basically give you 100% care. So he might not be disabled, but he's medically in a bad way. So it's kind of shitty that a 51-year-old was beating on his brother who's can't take care of himself. Please don't be Scott Fleming. If that guy's Mr. Fleming, it all makes sense.
On the iPhone, what's your name? You gotta unmute yourself.
Please be Donald Costa.
Bennett Kerr.
All right, Mr. Kerr, I'm gonna have my check-in clerk be checking in, make sure you have all your contact information is updated.
Yes, sir.
Then we have
Not seeing
your
Bennett Kerr.
attorney from Neighborhood Defender Services. We'll put you in a breakout room with them. Today's the date and time set for a probable cause conference, so stay on the line.
Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you, Honorable. That's odd. Matt Todd for $5. Please inform everyone that that is not the real BSBT. Well, that's the funny thing, Matt Todd. The beginning was the real Broken System, Broken Trust. So we're having both of them are here today. Kerr, yeah, I had flashbacks to Tombstone. I grew up in Highland, which is next to White Lake. Yeah, I genuinely feel bad for anyone who lives. Yeah, he called him Honorable like it was his first name. But yeah, I feel bad for anyone who lives in Highland, anyone who lives in White Lake, anyone who lives in Waterford, because they have to deal with Josh. Like, I know you guys, I normally cover live streams of his specifically, but he live streamed the other night, and it was basically just him yelling at the cops who were like changing a lady's flat tire. And it's like, why are you yelling at the sky, old man? Judge Slaven dipped out. He said, I ain't dealing with Eric Martin today. Always nice to look up Judge Slaven's nose. I would like to see this debate, the who's dumber, Cop Watch Media and Rockford Metro Press versus Eric Martin and Broken System, Broken Trust. I'm about to call up there and be like, Judge Slaven, can you hurry up with Eric Martin? I have things to do. Bad Company, it's odd because normally, like when I've watched this court before, it's normally like they start when they start and they just keep it moving. But now we're 34 minutes behind and the docket was supposed to start at 1 p.m. All right, if you're out. Good night, sir. I know the time is wonky. Well, that's the thing. The one time he got like actually picked up in White Lake on election day morning during shift change. So it's like, okay, I can see that. And then this time I don't think he got like close enough. And I think a lot of them don't know that he has a warrant. Because it might be common knowledge for us because we cover people like this all the time, but random officers who have no dealings with Josh but like once every 3 years aren't going to be like, I wonder if that guy has a warrant. And I think he dealt with an actual a new officer the other night. BSBT is the dumbest of them all. His teeth say so. I think you mean his tooth says so. I wouldn't have to imagine that. I just assume that none of them would ever stop talking. Dear God. Oh, we've got more movement. Now I have to look up that name on the docket. Something crazy with an R. I'm honestly just assuming that all of these people are here for the Scott Fleming case. Oh, no, that guy is scheduled for sentencing at 1:33. So he's 4 minutes late. Lucky Laptop News may be streamed later. It's just a longer video. I think it's two parts. One's like 45 minutes and one's like 5 minutes. So I was just going to live stream that and call it a day. You missed him getting arrested. He didn't show up for court, got a warrant, got arrested. More news to come, hopefully. Someone else and myself are working on a class project. Oh, Rebel Studio 2. Or both. Okay, hopefully we got one or both of his lawsuits thrown out last week. So it's like none of them are having a good time. Rockford Metro Press just tried to serve a letter of intent to sue to a law firm and decided to say, you've been served. And they're like, but this isn't serviceable paper. It's basically something you could have emailed to us. You're incapable of mathing and listening at the same time. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I am incapable of mathing in general. Whatever happened to the Chad lady? Can't believe those two idiots went to the public defender's office. They're very... Yeah, I can't believe Lucky Laptop News went, but I definitely can't believe that JC News Now went, because when they went, the public defender pointed him and he's like, you're trespassed from here unless you're doing actual business. And since you're just with him to hold his hand, it's not actual business. I pay hookers. Ha! Let me throw this up on screen so that somebody doesn't clip it out of context. Broken system, broken trust says, I pay hookers with STDs to chew my food and spit them in my mouth. Solid. I listen and meth at the same time always. That's cool, Colin. Oh, Chad Goo, is that what you're looking for? Oh, he's still got a channel up. I just shared a video of his the other day. I don't know where he fits on the spectrum of like stuff. GE Swag, what's up? Wait, how come I didn't know about this live since I'm you and you're me? Didn't I not tell myself about this live? I don't know where that comes from. It seems like some people are incapable of believing that they're just genuinely not likable people. So everyone that dislikes them, they're like, "Oh, you're this person. Oh, you're that same person." It's like apparently I'm going to be at 4 places at the same time. I've never done meth, but I have ridden a motorbike into a wall. Does that count? Solid.
Can't get Brandy French out of the room.
Slow my audio or slow that audio? Because it's not. Do you just want me to talk slower? Or are you talking about the?
People versus Brandy French.
GG Fraud Hunter for $1.99. Please slow audio. I'm gonna wait a second. Actually, let's play this.
Today's the date and time set for a probable cause conference. You had the opportunity to speak with the prosecutor. Do you have all the discovery you need?
I do, Your Honor, yes.
All right, so looks like we have it set for an exam on the 24th
Yes, Your Honor.
at 2 o'clock. And I
Yes,
guess
Your
we'll
Honor.
see everybody,
Thank
see
you.
everybody here at the courthouse on that day.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Well, you have a good day.
You too, Your Honor.
On the Samsung SM-N981U, what's your name? Turn your video on.
Eric Martin should have been one of the first cases. That was the first case, and that one was a 130 case. Brandy French, probable cause conference.
Samsung SM-N981U.
Yes, I am Tayshawn Cole's mother. My name is Althea Jordan.
And you're here just to observe?
Yes, I'm here in support of my son. Yes.
Maybe your son should be here.
I don't know if you heard me. Everyone go ahead and get Apple Tech on the phone.
Courthouse server.
Yes.
Brian, he was scheduled for 1 o'clock, and so far the judge has taken no 1 o'clocks and he's only taken one, and it was a 1:30. Good news is though it was like 3 seconds long, so hopefully he moves this quick until we get to Eric Martin. As long as she's just watching, I'm pretty sure she can be backstage. I can already see where this. I can already
A
see how it's going.
Motorola Motor G stylus.
Eric Martin, did you beat your brother or not? Nuh-uh. Hey, Eric, you can't go home until the case is over. Nuh-uh, I'll do what I want. That's how it's going. That's probably how it's been going for the last 20 minutes.
What's your name?
CHADE.
Can you say again, because you were broke, your internet wasn't going through. What's that?
So sorry, we just the an image challenge.
Your name?
Jennifer Shade.
Jennifer Shade. Your internet's kind of off.
Oh,
I'm gonna move where you can get better signal.
I don't think she's on the
Yeah,
docket,
just
so must be another Fleming witness. Gary, his attorney just popped in at the beginning, and they're in a breakout room right now. I've got the actual docket pulled up for Judge Slaven for today, because that's how they do it now for some reason. But hey, Ed, I warned everyone. It's either he's going to go first. He's Ricky Bobby. It's first or last. A little part of me hopes we hit this Scott Fleming case. Bad Company, yeah. Slaven and Shackelford are always live. Most of the Michigan courts are always live. Like even when Broken System, Broken Trust had to go into court in person, it was still live. Judge Slavin's like, why the fuck is this taking so long? 301 people, dear Lord, thank you. Yeah, I'm curious of the Fleming case too, because 2 people came in and they're like, yeah, we're witnesses or we're victims. And it's just like, what did you do, Scott Fleming? Shit, you know what? You know what? I have the ability to do this. Who was Eric Martin? The Sov sit on the scooter. Let's go to Fleming, Scott, and let's see what popped up. Watch Scott Fleming's case be something like absolutely wild. Yeah, they do. Everyone in Michigan, pray. Oh, pay attention to your governor and senates.
Judge, could you put me back in with the prosecutor when you get a chance?
That sounded like Eric Martin's attorney. Yeah, I'll probably put out a video of it maybe tonight. But yeah, they've been sitting on a constitutional carry bill for like 10 years. They need to get off their asses and pass that. Bad Company member for 3 months. Hit the like button. That is a solid one. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Share it, comment, all that typical YouTube nonsense. Share it, comment. Oh, I do have a delay now. That's not good. Oh, okay. Yeah, it turns out, let me actually, Arrow Scout for 15, member for 15 months. Are we having fun yet? Okay, looks like the delay's gone. But we're going to flip off for Judge Slaven for just a second. Because I found out what Scott Fleming, who this looks like him, Scott Fleming, scheduled for probable cause conference hearing, Judge Slaven, 210, 1:30 p.m. He is actually being there for assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder, domestic violence, and assault or assault and battery. So, yeah. Scott Fleming's there for like a legit reason. And Judge Slaven's muted. Maybe we should stick around for Scott Fleming. Scott Fleming is being railroaded. I'm curious on what Scott Fleming looks like. Doug, that's welcome to my life. Because the more these people do sovereign citizen shit, that's like job security for me. But then after like 2 cases, you're like, just please throw them in jail and get them off the road. Get them out of the road, get them out of society, just like deal with them. Put Fleming in the same cells with Eric Martin. Hey, I'd be down for that. No, Beamstock, we're still waiting. Eric Martin's attorney popped on. He was like one of the first people there, asked to be put in like a breakout room with Eric Martin. So it's probably just them arguing in the background. I believe I heard his attorney come back and say that he wanted to talk to the prosecutor. So, and just so you guys know, he has muted himself. What if it comes back and Eric Martin's just like, yeah, we'll take a plea deal? That would be the greatest video. Just Eric Martin taking a fucking plea deal. Eric got the chair. Hey. This might ruffle some feathers, but shocker, KFAR is very pro capital punishment. And if you guys notice, the office view is slightly different. I decided to get my fancy desk and put it was long ways and it was an inconvenience, and now it's like a corner desk, but it can't go in the corner because I need it in the middle of my office. So it's just weird. We're in a weird place right now. Lock him up with Colton Wood. I just have so much to say, and I don't know if I want to say it in this video. Well, we have nothing else to do since we're watching Judge Slaven drink coffee. I could probably count on like 15 hands the number of people that just need to be thrown in jail that I cover. Colton Wood, one of them. Eric Martin, one of them. Broken System, Broken Trust, one of them. Chris Ryder, one of them. What's his name? The Angry Vet, another one of them. Like anytime you're bragging about being a career and multiple time felon, society really doesn't need you. Duke of Nowhere watching here from the UK. That always kills me. That there are people not only watching me, but watching me from different countries. Yeah, I recorded in my father-in-law's basement. I would show, I don't know if you guys can even see it. Now, my screen doesn't turn that way. We've got, wait for it, a whole window, a whole big old bay window over there. It's wild. Moving up in the world. Joe, don't say that. Don't say that, Joe. That's not what we need, but that's what we need. I think Colin would agree that would be the greatest thing ever. Colin, were you here for what Joe or Scott Fleming is here for? Damn, you speak about me at work. We all watch. That is crazy. That's how you know you semi-made it. Are you the only one watching on Kick? Probably. I try to stream on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble. But Rumble and Restream are like fighting in the background. Due at 1 p.m. Same time zone as me. Taco John, what is up, bud? What's the highest watching on Kick or like on YouTube? On YouTube, it's like thank you, bud. I appreciate that because for you guys who don't know, Taco Josh is airbrushing. I know the last one that I caught was spoons, but like miniatures for You were doing Gundam stuff, right? Well, I did stuff for. I'm trying to get into Warhammer miniatures, and I was doing D&D stuff before to play with the kids, and it kills my hands to paint. So I'm trying to get an airbrush to just make my life easier. A basement with a bay window, that has to be a code violation. Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't been in a basement for like months and months. Now I'm in a completely new house. Coming to you from the Adirondack Mountains of New York State, over a foot of snow yesterday. What was it? 2 days ago, it just started snowing and didn't stop. But then, like, there was actually like no real snow accumulation. I don't know yet because I'm how to say this. My kids are like, I don't want to say nerdy, but they enjoy doing nerdy things with me. So I'm trying to get them into the nerd path. So I was we have a giant store, like within walking distance of the house. Definitely. So Ultramarines, great lore. Gilliman, great Primarch, but because everyone does it, I'm probably not going to go that route. But I took the boy child to the gaming store the other day and let him just look because they have like hundreds of just everything. I was going to let them pick out some stuff and then might go off script and let them do whatever colors they want for them. So here's the thing that I'm kind of struggling with when it comes to this case in general is well, if you guys enjoy Warhammer stuff, I do Warhammer, Game of Thrones content. I'm probably going to do Star Wars, Star Trek, all the nerdy stuff over on Reading the Room. Erica, since you're here, do you want to drop the link to Reading the Room? Yeah, I've done a bunch of videos. It's the channel that I super enjoy doing, but don't have anywhere near the time to actually put into doing it like this. Damn, it's off again. Wow. Turns out a bunch of Warhammer fans in here. But no, so this is the thing I have with this court is that it seems like everyone that pops in hits Judge Slaven first. So I don't know if it's just no one's showing up or if Judge Slaven's finally got it where they're just instantly going backstage. But even with no, G Swag, Parsons is fine. Parsons is fine. I just don't think everybody's showing up. Because in my head, the one person that was good and ready to go, he's like, cool, here, new date for this other thing. See ya. Yeah, Edward, I am a nerd above all else. I'm a nerd. I'm way too big into history. So we used to have like nerd and history debates all the time at the police department. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense too. Okay. Colin says that he does his in-person hearings on mute most of the time. I know that you've talked to him. Is there like a reason for that? Because I know that like when Josh was in court in person, he just played the whole thing. And I mean, like, obviously he's not doing it for views because he doesn't run a monetized channel and he deletes his live streams like 3 seconds after they end. So like, is there a reason? So Fred, I wasn't an ex-cop. I used to be a jailer at a police department. So like some police departments All right. Am I still here? That's the important part. Oh no. Did it kick me? Okay, there we go. We're back. Okay. That I was just about to say something. Okay, yeah, I was talking about the police department. So most don't actually have a jail, so they'd send them like to county or whatever, their closest county jail. Where I worked, we had like a whole system to book people in. Nope, he's just on mute, and so was this other person. We had a whole jail. It was 10 cells in the back, or yeah, 10 cells in the back, 3 up front, and yeah, we would just run it all like that. So we were connected to the jail, had the same chain of command, all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It freaked out, booted me, and then came back. So we seem fine now. I went to go get the link to my other channel, and then it's like, no, we can't let you do that. There, bang. Copy link. Yeah, I have 323 subscribers over there. Eric beat his disabled brother, yeah. Gazicki is the one that I believe was dealing with BSBT for the longest time. Dang, is it delayed again? Yeah, it goes in and out for whatever reason. I think it might just be because I'm trying to live stream a live stream. If I remember correctly, she came up and she was for, could be wrong, Tayshawn Cole, I want to say. I think that's the name she gave. I think that's the mom. And if that is the case, that's a probable cause conference, so probably take like 3 seconds. Replace pinned comment. There you go. And if you guys want to go subscribe to my other channel, I just dropped the link and pinned it, so it'll be there till the end of the stream. Well, you can test your lip reading skills on everyone but Judge Slaven. Maybe that's why he does it. He secretly only records this much, so if he has to talk and on mute, nobody can actually see what he's saying. Greetings from Denmark. Dear Lord. We've got the UK and Denmark. Ain't that crazy? Up, we got it off mute. Well, Fred, I don't know if you watched was it the last one or was it the one before that? He's been through like all of the public defenders to the point where they're like, hey, you worked okay with this one from your SovSit trial. We'll just bring him back. I feel bad for that guy. This is just sentencing. Yeah. coffee break. Wait, court is muted? It shouldn't be muted. Let me see here. Let me see here. Let's see. No. Should be. Let's stop sharing and bring it back sharing. That does fix the problem sometimes. I'll say I can hear it in my ear, so it must just be a when it kicked me thing. There we go. Let's get this back this way. I thought that was Eagle Nick there at the bottom for a second. All right, let me know if you guys can hear it.
It seems that the defendant may be under-reporting to appear in a favorable manner. And so, my recommendation, based on looking at criminal history as well as the reports that were given, were, based on that.
Yeah, but I see what they're talking about in the 2015, but that wasn't alcohol related. Well, controlled substance on the one operating, but yeah, I see that. 2020 suspended license. All right. Given the fact that there's a lot of hoops and stuff here. Jump. Yeah. Well, risk according to this is minimum. The other one says low risk. But I have two different competing, one that says high risk, one that says low risk. I always kind of scratch my head and go, that's odd. Usually you see it consistent like down the line. So state assessment of $50, victim's right to assessment of $75. Court cost is $75. Fine of $300. Alcohol assessment of $100. For a total of $600.
Eric Martin sets himself up to
I'll put you on
fail.
a payment plan for $60 a month. Actually, $30 a month. And
it's
I'm not adopting
1,000% that low.
I got conflicting reports there, and the statute says there's a presumption that not to use jail time or probation, so I'll go with that presumption. Follow the statute. So, all righty, sir. I'm going to send that out in a payment plan. Let me put the start date on that. Start date on that will be March 7th.
Okay.
All right. And you'll get that in the mail.
Thank you.
People versus Bennett Kerr.
Your Honor, this is a girl with the Neighborhood Defender Service, P86432.
The C is your client.
Ypsilanti
Yes.
is
Leave home out of the breakout. All right, so today was the date and time set for a exam in this matter. And it looks like we're going to adjourn the matter to the 19th for PCC then?
Yes, Your Honor, I am looking into whether this case can be considered for the diversion program, so that would just allow me some time to do that.
So we'll set that at 1:30 on the.
Oh, Ed, my internet is great. It's that I use a laptop that's completely not made for anything YouTube related. I'm afraid of nuking my laptop.
Excuse me, Your Honor?
So Mr. Kerr, make sure you zoom in at 1:30 on the 19th of February. That's the next date.
The 19th of February, what time, Your Honor?
1:30.
1:30.
Yep, and I'll call you once I get out of court today to talk about what's going on.
Okay, February 19th, 1:30. Okay,
And
thank
you're
you.
waiving- and your client's waiving any time constraints under the statute.
Yes, Your Honor.
Have a good day, sir. Mr. Rosansky, you'll get that in the mail.
Your Mr. Pierce, I believe, is in custody. I'm just gonna talk with him briefly so I can argue bond.
Okay, I have the file here, so
Yeah.
you need.
Ypsilanti is a
He's
weird
on
one.
Zoom, so I'm
I'll
gonna
give you
walk
that.
him Zoom really quick.
Ready? People versus Burke.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. James Gazicki on behalf of Mr. Burke. He's here on a violation of probation. He's going to enter a plea to the both charges, Your Honor. Plead guilty.
Perfect. Burke is there for 2 cases, so that'll clear off 2. We're moving right along.
Mr. Keys, this is the one we adjourned, correct?
Matt Keys on behalf of probation. You indicated that you're okay with him appearing virtually since the recommendation.
Okay, I didn't know if you needed that. I didn't know if when you asked you needed a new date for that. Okay, no problem. All right, so Mr. Burke.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Did you hear and understand everything that your attorney, Mr. Gazicki, just stated?
Yes.
All right, you understand that you had the opportunity to go over all of your rights with regard to the probation violation hearing?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand all those rights?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any question about your rights?
No, sir.
Anybody promise you anything or threaten you in any way to get you to do anything this afternoon?
No, sir.
All right. And Mr. Gazicki indicated that you're pleading guilty of the alleged violation. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So you agree that you failed to enroll in the batterer's counseling as directed?
Yes, sir. I let him know I got an appointment at 6:45 tonight to sign up for my classes.
It's just a yes or no question.
Okay,
Then you
yes, sir.
also tested positive for cocaine, alcohol, and marijuana,
Yes, sir.
even though you weren't supposed to have any illicit substances unless they're prescribed to you. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you understand that when I got you here on a thing that says, no use or possession of any alcohol or controlled substances, I'm not
Yes,
just
sir.
I'm not just saying that just for just for fun.
Okay, so this is just my opinion on the matter. If you're on probation and you pop positive for, what was it, cocaine, yeah, you should probably just get brought into jail.
All right, sir, I find there's a factual basis of accepting your plea. Mr. Gazicki, do you concur?
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty. All right, Mr. Burke, Mr. Keys will be sending you out, or maybe he's already told you the next time you need to report, so. All right,
Yes, sir.
all right. Have a good day. Make sure you show up.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
was here, but now.
Yo.
Yeah, Mr. Duncan, your client was here. Her internet connection was really, really, really sketchy. You could barely hear her. I just got Shade, and I heard like, remember Shade. So I figured, I mean, there's nobody else named Shade on the docket. She was here. She was zoomed in, but then it dropped. So are you waiving her appearance?
Yeah, yes, I can, Judge. This is sentencing, though. I don't mind waiving her appearance. I did talk to her.
But actually, then I'll just have to set it up. If we have to, maybe she can come to your office and do it next time. So you can both sign in so we can see, hear everybody, or we can set it up for in person.
Judge, if we do it through my office, that's fine. I mean, she's done it well every time. So she must be having a temporary problem, but that's fine, Judge. I'll make sure she's at my office.
Yeah. All right. So let's just,
let's keep it moving, Judge Slaven. Let's keep it moving.
Let's do that. I don't even see a rant score on this.
Sierra One Adams. Yeah, I am reading it. It just takes a second if you're doing it from, looks like you're doing it from Twitch. I do see you. Yo. What happened to the scooter? It was like an 80s Aero Honda scooter. I actually tried to find the exact red replica of it.
Zoom difficulties, and we'll reschedule that one.
All right. Are we going to set a date now, Judge, or will I get a date in the mail?
Scooter hasn't.
I have you have a copy of the PSI?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So let's just set it for Monday's work with you.
Judge, yes, as long as it's not next week, Judge, I'm going on vacation this Friday. I'm gone for 10 days.
No problem. All right, so let's just do the 24th.
Okay.
And let's just set that at 1 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge, and I'll tell my client to be here. And if she can't, and if there's a problem with coming here, I'll just meet her at the courthouse.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Either way.
Thank you, Judge.
See you then. Take care.
Right.
We're moving right along. We're doing good. It's got to be. It's got to be coming up.
Reflect that anybody who's a court observer, they don't have to give their name or anything like that. It is open to the public, and so is the Zoom. So I know we have a name on here, but I'm just letting the check-in clerk know that if I ask somebody and they're just saying that they're just here to observe court, if they don't want to give their name or anything like that, I don't even require it because. So just for future reference.
I just tried to chat, but I don't know if Restream is going to kick my comment to Twitch. Just let me know if you see it. Oh, shit. Oh, I got really excited because the Scott Fleming attorney just popped up. That's the show we want. That's the show we want to see. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Well, now I know that. I haven't had a reason to like message from here to Twitch before. So I'm glad that that worked out. You know, let's get Scott Fleming. Let's get him up there. What was Scott Fleming? I know what he was there for, but what is it? Is it sentencing? Scheduled for probable cause conference. Do I play any games on Twitch? I used to play Destiny 2 on Twitch. And then I had to completely stop playing.
In case 2510, strike that. 250120. People versus Keith Berry.
Good afternoon. Should I go ahead and make
Sure.
appearance? Christina Dunn from the Neighborhood Defender Service, B45490 for Mr. Berry. I did appear at the PCC a week ago. Mr. Berry did not. We sent this case for a preliminary exam, and I do not see him here today. I looked at the hall, and I don't have any explanations for his ability to appear.
Let the record reflect that he failed to appear for the PCC. It was already set for an exam, so we said just to go ahead and let's just continue to do an exam. See if he shows up for that. He hasn't failed to appear at either of those matters. I'm now issuing a bench warrant for his arrest. Ms. Dunn, as counsel, has tried to represent him, tried to be as stalwart as possible, but You can lead a horse to water, but you can't get him drink, so.
All right, well, thank you. I mean,
That's more
obviously, if
issue,
he's,
and you're
if he's
good to
here,
go.
I may be back, so.
So, yeah. All right.
Thank you.
You have a good rest of your day.
And Keith Barry was supposed to be there for an examination, and it was supposed to be in person.
Have never showed up. Or...
I just saw a thing. Where was it? I saw where Wrangler got picked up. I know where Wrangler got picked up, and like I said, me and another party are currently working on a super sneaky plan to get you guys more content. Damn, zoomed in on my boy. Joe, I will not find a replica of what he was
Good
wearing.
afternoon, Your Honor. Alyssa Segura with the Neighborhood Defender Service, P86432, appearing on behalf of Robert Pierce, who is present via Zoom from the Wayne County Jail. Mr. Pierce, state your name for the record.
Robert William Pierce.
All right, according to the note that's in front of me from the both parties have agreed that we're going to set the exam for an in-person exam on the 24th of February, 2 p.m. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Counsel, you're waiving any statutory time constraints for your client?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
All right, we'll see everybody here on the 24th at 2 p.m.
Your Honor, if I may briefly address bond.
As the bond.
So, Your Honor, currently the bond for Mr. Pierce is set at $45,000, 10%. I am asking, due to his financial situation, to be a personal bond if possible. He, at the time of his arrest, he was working. He works for Joey Young Construction, has been doing that since 2019, building houses. It is an LLC located in Taylor. He also is living with his fiance in Flat Rock. They have been together for quite some time. He does have 2 children that he maintains contact with, although they are 18, 19, no longer in the household. So he does have familial ties to the community. He's not being charged as habitual. So I don't think that he's necessarily a flight risk. And so for those reasons, I would ask that the court grant him a lower bond.
I'm going to note that one of them is unlawfully driving away, which kind of receiving.
Did you finish talking? Yeah.
I'm going to refer the matter to pretrial services and a little more when we get here next time.
Understood. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it. All right, Mr. Pierce, I'll see you on Wednesday.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Mr. Pierce, you can let the deputy know that you're all set for your case.
Yes, Your Honor. Hey, Deb. Thank you, Your Honor. We appreciate you.
All right, yep. Deputy, have a good day. I'm not sure
You
if
too, sir. Thank you. So. Going back.
I got real quiet real quick. The moment we've all been waiting for. Eric Martin looks like he aged 30 years. Yes. Eric Martin, the most well-informed, ignorant defendant ever. He's thinking to himself, what dumb shit can I tell Judge Slaven today? And Judge Slavin's thinking, fuck, this guy again. I thought he got rid of him while he was on vacation. Sit down, dummy. Eric Martin has fucking nothing. Judge Slavin said, be gone, Eric. This is a settlement conference? Settlement conference. It's muted. It's muted. There's no sound. I think Eric Martin got up and they took him off the screen, so I don't think Judge Slavin's talking to him. Hopefully. He's probably saying,
Madam Clerk, can
Oh.
I speak with my client, please?
That's not Eric Martin's attorney.
Mr. Darren,
Yes, Judge.
did you have the opportunity to speak with Ms. Sobe yet?
No, she never made it back in the room. That's kind of why I popped out to see if she was in a hearing.
That's right. Yeah, I pulled you back out just to see I'm gonna pull her back out and see what's going on.
I just finished meeting with her. She's writing mine up, Judge.
All right.
Can I have a breakout room with my client?
Sure. Hang on 1 second.
All right, thanks.
I think Eric Martin's going to ask for a new attorney. Who else thinks Eric Martin's going to ask for another attorney? I think he's going to. He's going to either ask for a new attorney, challenge jurisdiction, or say his brother made it all up and he should be able to go home to his house he's lived in for 44 years. That's what I think he's going to say.
Ms. Sobe is here to build. She doesn't respond. Pulling her back into the session.
Yeah.
He will challenge bond. I feel bad for this
Danielski?
Yes.
This Nicholas Darin guy.
You spoke with the prosecutor, correct?
Well, I sat there forever and I decided to come in because nobody showed into the room. I'm just looking for a different date for
Yeah. I don't know what hang on. I sort of sold it. Plumbing matter yours?
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
Plumbing?
I'm here on Fleming, Your Honor, and I have a doctor appointment at 3:30 that it'll take me about 15 minutes to get there, so I need to leave here about 3:15.
I seen APA Alley was in the same breakout room with you. You didn't speak with her? Or
Nobody came into the room with me, Your Honor.
That is not my case, Your Honor. It is for Ms. Moore. There is no listed APA that could be the reason. I'll let her know right now. She's probably.
Oh, well, they were both in the same breakout room. That's why I thought they were talking.
I didn't see
Well, it's assigned to her unit.
All right, so let me get
Nor.
if she's here. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
she
try to
should
pull her
be
to the main session. Maybe she can see it. This is good. Hey, she's coming back out here. Miss Alloway? Miss Alloway, I had you in breakout room 3 and Mr. Danielski was also in breakout room 3. Did you, the two of you didn't have the chance to talk about the matter?
Judge, I did not. When I went into the room, oh, there he is. When I went into the room, he was gone and he wasn't signed in.
Okay, I'm gonna put both of you into prosecutor room prime. You guys can talk about the matter real quick. It's a PCC, so let's just.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
Miss, so you had the, I also have Mr. Darren,
For
on
Martin.
the Martin case, yeah.
I just need to consult with my victim's advocate before I come in on that, Your Honor.
Judge, I'm ready.
All right, on People versus Lassane. Let me get Lassane back in the main session.
Who? Oh, Bridget Lassane. That's a crazy spelling. Do you guys remember what? See, Tool Monkey. This is where I think
People
Zoom
versus Lassane.
I think Zoom is great for some things, and other things it's just not.
And Maurice Davis appearing with Bridget Lassane, who's present via Zoom. Ms. Lassane, state your name.
Bridget Lassane.
All right, Mr. Davis, you had the opportunity to speak with the prosecutor in this matter.
Yes, I did, Your Honor. My client is prepared to enter a plea of guilty of responsible to the amended charge of careless driving.
Like this case. Zoom is good for this case. Regular traffic ticket, easy day.
As to the careless driving, how do you plead, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Was there an accident in this matter or no?
My
Single
car.
Single car.
All right,
easy day.
185, have that paid in 30 days.
All right, thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you.
See, like that? The Zoom court works extremely well for this. The traffic court should be almost exclusively run through Zoom, unless it's somebody like BSBT or Eric Martin, where they say dumb shit, hold everybody up, and then they have to kind of bring everything in. That's when they should get off that. I enjoy everything being live so you can actually like watch the court process, but at the same time, you are right. Some people just absolutely ruin it for everyone. Who's my favorite 40K army? I've heard the Space Wolves do good things. The Emperor's Executioners. I enjoy that aspect of it. The Tau are also interesting to me.
Mr. Cohen, good afternoon. You're here on the ethnic Pentic matter?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
All right, so he's next door, I guess, was arrested on an alleged violation of the bond conditions. So I don't know if they're bringing him here or sometimes Zoom is great and sometimes Zoom is not great at all because we need everybody to be in the same room to get things going here. All right, so what I'm going to do is you had have you had the opportunity to talk with the prosecutor at all?
I have not. I waited in a room for about an hour and no one's come in yet.
Yeah, I know. I just, and I'm not going to apologize. You have to call the APA and call. Yeah, I don't know. Not my department, but so it's currently set for exam on the 19th. Do you have all the discovery that you need?
I don't have digital, Judge. I do have other exams now set at 23rd District on the 19th. So as long as I could do it later morning, that date would be okay with me.
It would be like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
On Monday the 19th?
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, wait, on Wednesday the 19th.
Wednesday the 19th, yeah.
Okay. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I actually have exams on the 24th. Would it be possible to adjourn that to the 24th?
Sure. Let's just put this over to the 24th.
That's great.
At 2 p.m. All right. Anything else you'd like to attention?
Don't think so, Judge. I'll reach out to the prosecutor for digital discovery, and I'll bring it up to the court if for some reason I don't get it.
All right, so I'm going to set an arraignment on the bond violation on the 24th as well. We'll deal with everything all in one day.
Oh, well, just is it possible to bring that to the court earlier if I'm able to get in touch with Mr. Hetnick at the Lincoln arraigned on that issue earlier? No.
It's an alleged violation, so we could just do it all on the same day. I'm not really sure.
I don't think
Is he planning on absconding and moving, leaving the state or something, or?
Well, no, I guess I just, if he's going to be held on remand status, I didn't want that to be prolonged for a couple of weeks.
Is this the guy who has his mom watching?
I'm sure he'll be arraigned today because the arraignments are today.
Well, it was attached for you to do the bond violation hearing with this PCC, but they never
Sure,
did it.
right, exactly. So at the latest, we'd be arraigning them tomorrow.
Okay. Do you know what time, Your Honor? Because I can appear.
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna set his bond here. Let's see. He already has $1,000 bond. I'm just gonna reinstate his bond, so.
Okay, so it'll be reinstated. Is he on a GPS tether, Judge?
No, Frank. Eric Martin has not been seen.
I don't see the original bond conditions because they're not written on the file. So,
yeah, Eric Martin has been physically seen on screen.
Whatever his bond conditions were, I reinstated his bond. So
he hasn't been in front of the judge.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
I'm just gonna, yeah. So I'm gonna reinstate his bond, which is $100,000 personal.
Fuck.
And we'll take care of the bond violation on the same day as the 24th.
Sounds great. Thank you, Judge. 2 o'clock?
Yep.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. All right. Mr. Glaze, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge. I think I got stuck in the breakout room. I don't know if there's a prosecutor, but I was in there over an hour and
I'm sure what's that. You're not the first one to say that today. I have no idea what's that's not my so let me see. There is a prosecutor, 2 of them. I'm not sure what the
Yeah, that's the fake, well, the good BSBT. And yeah, we're waiting. His attorney's been in a few times. He came on screen once at the jail, but then he got kicked again. So he's up. But it's just a matter of how soon up is.
Going to door, I guess, and talking to people. So I'm assuming that she's in talking now. Let me see with Mr. Darren. Probable cause conferences, I can't imagine should take more than 5 minutes.
What do you need? Do you need the order one?
But
so we only see a part of it because from what Colin said, he's got a
Taylor
Bible.
PD signing in now, so
From what Colin said, he has a Bible right there, and the chief judge, Judge Shackelford, didn't like him showing the Bible. So instead of removing the Bible, he just kicked his camera up a little bit.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
This Hetnick, day late, the dollar short. Everybody wants to do their things.
He hasn't, to my knowledge, talked to an attorney or anything.
Your Honor, are you calling me?
I'm reinstating his bond, and I'm going to deal with the bond violation on the 24th, the same day as the exam. So, His bond was originally set at $100,000 personal, so I'm reinstating the bond.
Thank you.
So make sure you show up on the 24th, talk to your attorney.
Okay.
Reinstate the bond. No contact with the victim in any way, shape, or form. You understand that, right? So
I gotta get.
Listen, no, there's no It's no contact with the victim.
My wife just passed away yesterday.
I don't know. Listen.
You know, I gotta pay for the funeral. That's the only thing I'm doing is paying for the funeral. I'm not going to no funeral. I'm not gonna see nobody. Can I do that much? Because I do have life insurance under her name.
That does seem like a reasonable reason to get out. If his domestic was against his wife and his wife passed away, I'm just curious. I don't know if that's what it is, but.
Still on. All right, so Mr. Hetnick's bond is reinstated. Don't have any contact with anybody who's listed as a victim. Simple as that. And we'll see you on the 24th.
Okay, thank you.
Here.
Am I free to go?
Yeah, your bond's $100,000 personal bond, so yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, so I got Mr. Cole.
That's Scott Fleming?
Sean Cole, I have Mr. Glad. Mr. Glaze.
Now remember, Scott Fleming is there for assault with intent to do. Okay, let me just completely mute it. Assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder, domestic violence, and assault and battery. That's what Scott Fleming is there for. Scott Fleming doesn't look like he could beat up a wet paper bag. You know the saying, if he's free to go, he's free to stay. Damn it, Parsons. Swooped in.
He was supposed to be on Google.
Mr. Glaze, Ms. Soul is going to be jumping into prosecutor room 3.
If you could place me back in the breakout room, Judge Walker, that'd be wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Y'all having fun yet? No. No. Especially because I know Old Squishy Gardner is watching this specifically to grab the Eric Martin portion, and we're 2 hours in, and we should have seen Eric Martin 2 hours ago. How bad do you have to act if you
People versus Fleming.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
1 second, Ed.
John Danielski on behalf of Mr. Fleming.
All right, so this is today the date and time set for the probable cause conference. And
Yes.
the exam. And it looks like I see a stipulation that we're going to set this for an exam on an exam date. Next 2 dates I have are the 19th or the 24th. Either of those good?
Well, Your Honor, my understanding is, while the 19th, I already looked that up on the Register of Actions. I have a custody trial that day in front of Judge Kelly downtown. And then unfortunately on the 24th, I do a lot of family law. I have a guardianship hearing with a trial with Judge Braxton. I can do the 3rd if it works for the court.
All right, so the time frame for mine is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Is 2 o'clock going to be like either on the 24th or the 3rd?
The 3rd is fine. The 24th, I have to look, but that one, the trial doesn't start till 11 a.m. on the 20th, so I'll be all after.
Sure, we'll just go with the 3rd. All
right.
That shelf looks like
that's 2 p.m. here at the. You have all your discovery?
I don't have it, but counsel said she would get it to me.
Sure. All righty. And then, looks like we're gonna be adding the complaining witness's address to the no contact order.
Yes.
If it said, if the original thing said no contact with the victim, that means that includes where they live, where they're at, where they work. No contact is, I mean, I'm sure, do I need to explain to your client? I'm sure you already have, what no contact means.
He knows what it means, and what happened, Judge, is they're going through a divorce. That's why I'm involved in this, and he was living in the marital home at the time, but since then I said just leave, let her go live in the home. So he's now living with his mother, I believe.
Yep.
Correct. So he left.
Make sure there's no contact.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys on the 3rd.
Thank you.
Okay, so you don't necessarily have to be. I think this is Ed's.
All right, People versus Shane Sharbo.
Oh my God, where's my mouse?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. James Gazicki on behalf of Mr. Sharbo. Please.
All right, there's
that case is going to be dismissed.
Okay, that case is dismissed. We don't care because it's not Eric Martin. So Ed, it's not necessarily that they're bad. It's that some people or some places don't have like the rooms available to take someone out, put him in a room for Zoom. Like the other jail, they brought Eric Martin out. There was a separate room. Where I worked, there was 10 cells on the outside. There was a meeting room for in-person with their attorney. And then right at the front, there was a room specifically. It was created for arraignment for like weekend court. But then when Zoom happened, we used the attorney room and that room. We just like super glued iPads to the wall. And that's where you would pull somebody out, have them do Zoom court, and then put them back. Just some places don't have the facilities for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's sign out. People versus Jones. We're going to set this for a settlement conference.
Okay.
I'm free to leave.
Yep. Savona Jones.
Is you Giovanni?
Yeah, sure. Yep, we'll be setting this for a settlement conference and seeing if the witness shows up. Then we'll go from there. All right.
Yeah. I thought because 2 witnesses showed up, it would be, and because of what it would be crazier, but it just was lame.
People versus Sears.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. James Gazicki on behalf of Ms. Sears. She's going to plead to operating while impaired.
All right, ma'am. Did anybody promise you anything or threaten you in any way to get you to do anything today?
No.
You had the right, you had the opportunity to go through all of your constitutional rights with Mr. Gazicki. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And did you understand all those constitutional rights as he went through them?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and I see that you gave him permission to sign your name to that advice of rights form.
I did.
Do you have any question about any of your rights this afternoon?
No.
You understand that operating while visibly impaired is still a misdemeanor punishable by 93 days in jail and or up to $500 in fines?
Yes.
As to that charge, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Ma'am, on May the 12th, 2023, did you have your motor vehicle in the city of Taylor?
Yes.
And were you driving your motor vehicle in the city of Taylor?
Yes.
Before you began driving your motor vehicle in the city of Taylor, had you ingested any intoxicating substances?
I took my medication in that morning.
And
So,
did
yes.
did the consumption of that medication impair your ability to drive?
Yes.
All right, I find there's a factual basis for accepting your plea. We're going to set this up for a pre-sentence investigation report. Someone from the probation department will be contacting you. And then we'll see you at the sentencing date. In the meantime, stay safe.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Glaze, you had the opportunity to speak with Ms. So.
I have, Judge, yes.
All righty. And this is People versus Cole. And it looks like we're going to come to an agreement where the parties are going to set this for an exam on the 19th of February.
Laser P 46892 on behalf of Mr. Cole. He's here on Zoom, Judge. Yes, we're asking for a live exam on the 19th at 2 p.m., Judge.
All righty. Then we will, and you're waiving any time constraints under the statute?
Mr. Cole on?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, hi. You have a right to have your exam within 21 days. We're going to go beyond that for get everything and be ready for your exam on the 19th. Is that okay with you, sir?
Yes. All right, so we'll see everybody on the 19th here at the courthouse, ready to go at 2 p.m.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great afternoon.
You too.
I'll call you, Mr. Cole.
All right.
Yeah, Benson doesn't like being in his cage.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Alyssa Segura with the Neighborhood Defender Service, 86432, appearing on behalf of Joshua Dees. Mr. Dees, state your name.
Joshua Dees. All right. Today's the date and time set for an exam in this matter, and the parties have just talked. Ms. Segura, you talked with Mr. Dees.
Yes, Your Honor. I have advised him that he has a statutory right to have a
John,
examination.
outta here.
It must be shown by a probable cause standard that a crime was committed.
He's
and that
looking
he
for the
committed
end
that
button.
crime. At this time, he wishes to waive the statutory right and have this case be bound over to Third Circuit Court.
All right, and Ms. Segura, you signed the waiver form, is that correct?
I did, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Dees, you signed that waiver form? Is that correct? All right. I too find that they knowingly and voluntarily.
He doesn't know how to get out.
Waived the exam. And I'm going to sign it as well. Going to be bound over to the Third Circuit Court of the County of Wayne, where this case will continue with an arraignment on the information. And that's going to be on the 19th?
Tuesday, the 18th.
Oh, Tuesday, the 18th. Ms. Segura, did you receive that from one of my officers?
I don't believe so. I think she's handing it to us now.
Okay, all right, great, thank you. Then I'll put the original into the file. And good to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Got the
Come on.
all right. All right, Mr. Danielski.
I'm sorry for popping back in, Your Honor. I just want to make sure, did we do the 3rd or the 10th? Because I had a divorce trial on the 3rd also. I want to make sure, was it the 10th?
It was the 3rd.
Oh.
So you need the 10th?
I need to, yeah, I apologize, Judge, the 10th.
That's not cold.
Is that Fleming?
All right, so Fleming will be the 10th at 2 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor. Apologize. May I leave, Your Honor?
Yep.
Thank you.
Detective, hang on one second.
No, come back. So Judge Slavin, according to Colin, there was like a Bible on his desk right there, and he was streaming it with all of his live streams. And Judge Shackelford didn't enjoy that, so he just kicked it up instead of removing the Bible. I'm assuming he's supposed to come back because he didn't actually get a hearing or didn't actually get anything. It'd be real disappointing if that was it.
Being back in, Your Honor, I just want to make sure,
Let's
did we
see.
do the 3rd or the 10th? Because I had a divorce trial on the 3rd also. I want to make sure, was it the 10th?
It was the 3rd.
Oh.
So you need the 10th?
I need to, yeah, I apologize, Judge, the 10th.
That's not cold.
Is that Fleming?
Ugh.
All right, so Fleming will be the 10th at 2 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor. Apologize. May I leave, Your Honor?
Yep.
Thank you.
Detective, hang on one second.
Okay. Let's go to live and see if he's back. I think he wanted to talk to somebody off the camera. I feel like even if they decided something off screen, they would have come to stream to figure it out. I'm just a bit confused. Like, we're all here for one specific thing. Yeah, even if he took the deal, like they talked off screen for a couple other cases, and then they jumped out to be like, well, this is what we decided. Ugh, put it on the record, Judge. I just feel like they would have, even if they would have decided to take a deal, they would have got on and been like, well, this is what's going on in this case for the record. Yeah, Jim, I still have faith because if it was done, he would have just ended it. I know Judge Shackelford normally, once it's over or they're taking an extended break, she just ends it and then comes back. It would be the height of hypocrisy for Eric Martin to take a deal. Yes, it would be the height of hypocrisy, but that is the sovereign citizen way. Put on those dancing shoes. I don't even have my shoes on right now. So, like, what was it? Yeah, they would still put it on the record. Yeah, see, he's back. So maybe the judge needed to pee. That's where I've been running off stream to go to the bathroom, to get more coffee, yada, yada. But what was I going to say? Let's see here. Oh,
all right, Mr. Goldman.
This one.
Did the prosecutor come in yet?
Hi, Judge. Yes, she just did, and we picked an exam date, and it'll be a minute.
But yeah, it would be the height of hypocrisy. But that's what sovereign citizens do. Same thing with frauditors. They will take a plea deal and then act like they won. Great example: broken system, broken trust. With his warrant that he had out of White Lake, he eventually got caught, got to court, or got to jail rather. Decided to take a plea deal and then said, oh, I'm going to take this deal, plead no contest. I believe it was no contest, which you're still taking the plea deal. And then claiming he won and that he's so much smarter than the judge. It's like, come on, dude.
People versus Martin?
Yes, we are here. It is time, folks.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Don Silva on behalf of the people, PA 7439.
Nicholas Darren on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Martin, who appears before us via Zoom. Mr. Martin, if you could unmute yourself, state your name for the record.
This is what I figured.
Okay, I got it.
You got it.
All right, you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So this is People versus Martin.
Yes, Your Honor. I have spoken with the complaining witness at the time. He would like to proceed with this case, and the people would ask to set it for a settlement conference before we go forward with the trial to see if there's a resolution.
All right. And Mr. Darren?
I mean, Your Honor, I guess we're going to proceed that way. I was hoping, I'll renew my motion from the last time. Mr. Martin's been incarcerated. I think it's like 62, 63 days now. Court rule is pretty clear. If he's in over 28 days, he should be released on a personal bond. Mr. Martin's just been sitting in jail on this matter. I mean, I guess from practical, I would imagine the court's going to give him credit for time served, regardless of what the resolution is on this matter. Considering he's done over at this point, he's done over 2/3 of what his original sentence would be. I we're not going to accept an offer on this. And I guess we'll just set it for a settlement conference then if that's what sister counsel wants.
And Your Honor, it's, I know this case has been going on for a while.
Personal bond.
That's correct. The issue here is that him and the victim are brothers. They live at their family
First I
home.
want to deal with the whole bond thing, because
Yes.
his bond is $2,500 personal.
So I think the issue with that is, I
Why
was
is it court?
having a cover last week, but per the notes, if you recall, you ordered him not to return back to the property because there's a no contact order in place. 2 weeks ago, when Mr. Brother Counsel appeared for the first time on this case, I believe I agree, and that's when the bond was changed, but Mr.
Who changed the
Martin.
bond?
Judge Kirsten. Yes.
So Your Honor, Judge Kirsten changed his bond, and then after some further statements were made, he changed his ruling to leave Mr. Martin in jail.
And that's because Mr. Martin made comments about returning back to the location, the home where the victim lives. And to my knowledge, per my conversation with Mr. Martin, the victim today, he indicated he'll be leaving the hospital, returning to that house tomorrow.
Right, all right, so I'm going to,
I mean, I have no objection.
Mr. Martin, now listen, you understand, I wasn't here, but Judge Kirsten, the original bond was $2,500 personal. Then he said it at $2,000 cash because of the alleged violation that says it says need to set a hearing on violation ASAP. I don't know if there was I don't see anything on whether there was an alleged violation of the bond condition. Is that right?
Not an alleged
Or the alleged
violation,
was
he
just-
made comments
he made a comment about it.
that he'll return back to
So
the house.
this is why something. All right, so you understand you can't go to that house while you're on that. That's while the bond's in place. You understand that? Stay somewhere else. You understand that?
No, I do not understand it. I gotta stand up. First, I have nowhere else to go. Okay, so that's why I must return back there, and I objected. No, listen, let me talk. I objected to the bond conditions before, I'm objecting to them now under the due.
Listen, your objection is duly noted. You have very, very highly competent counsel. So, let's let your counsel, speak on your behalf. And so he already did. He made a motion.
Well, I object to him speaking on behalf of that.
Stop interrupting me, sir. I'll just hold you in contempt of court for 90 days and then you can just sit there anyway for it. Stop interrupting. Your Mr. Darren made a motion to set this for a personal bond. I'm going to set your bond at $2,500 personal. No contact with the victim or the victim's home location. If you show up at that location and violate my bond, you can be held in contempt of court. Just want to make sure you understand that. I'm just telling you that right now. So I'm setting your bond at $2,500. I'm granting the defendant attorney's motion. And the bond's $2,500 personal, no contact with the victim.
Let him talk.
And no leaving the state of Michigan without the consent of the court.
I got something to say.
Of course you do.
And you have a right to remain silent, and anything you say can be used against you, and you already have an attorney who's talking on your behalf, and I've already granted his motion and changed the bond to personal, so.
Hey, well, I have something to say in response to that.
See everybody at trial.
I have something to say in response.
See everybody at trial. Mr. Darren, do you have anything else further?
Your Honor, are we going to set it for a settlement conference, or are we just going to set it straight for a trial?
Sure, I'll set it for a settlement conference, and then a week later it'll be the trial.
All right. Your Honor, I understand the court's position. I mean, if Mr. Martin wishes to make a statement on his behalf, I can only advise him that I wouldn't. But if Mr. Martin wishes to make a statement and the court wishes to hear it, I don't have any. I mean, I'm not going to. I'm advising him not to say anything. But Mr. Martin, if the judge wants to hear it, if he's allowing it, then I'll step aside and let you stay.
Mr. Martin, I've already granted your attorney's motion to set the bond at $2,500 personal. So if you have some other statement you want to make, I'm just going to reassure you again that you have the right to remain silent. Plus, your attorney's already said that, hey, you know what, it's probably a good idea to just do so. But go ahead.
Yes. like I said, I'm going to exercise my First Amendment right to speak, and I have a lot to say, so I ask that you don't cut me off or I'm done talking. Now, I object to the bond conditions and stuff. I can't be in my house. It violates my due process rights. I have nowhere else to go, and he's not the true victim. He's lying, saying he's a victim, but I told the cops when they arrested me that I was the victim. And so we have an equal protection clause violation.
All of that'll be the subject of the trial itself. So we'll hear everything you have to say about that at trial. Your objections duly noted. But that doesn't change my positions. Mr. Deering will be receiving the date and time for the settlement conference.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. You have a great day.
You too. People versus LaForest.
Okay. We can be done. We can be done. After 2 hours and 12 minutes, we finally got the Eric Martin. I wish the judge would have let him talk more. Just because I knew he would have just dug himself just this gigantic hole. There you go. It's level enough. Yes, you do have a First Amendment right. With that First Amendment right, though, also comes consequences, especially in a courtroom or even Zoom court. You can say whatever you want, but there will be consequences. The judge kind of cut him off before. This is incredibly normal stuff. Hey, you are accused of beating this person. Don't go near that person. Pretty easy. He will be condemned in 10 minutes. I forgot who said it already. He's going to violate the moment he gets out. I'm going to actually look this up probably tomorrow. So when they're going to have the settlement information or for the next settlement hearing. What's over under on violating the bond? I think they said 48 hours. I give it maybe a week. Maybe a week before he's back in court. The Taylor police are probably going to pick him up and be like, what the fuck? He'll get out, go to the house, and get arrested again. If I was the judge, I would honestly say, hey, we're going to let him out. Just go have somebody waiting near his house. Because you know that's the first place he's going to go. And then come to court claiming the same thing. Oh, well, my due process was violated, blah, blah, blah. I have nowhere else to go. Was it anticlimactic? Possibly. If this would have happened at 1 o'clock, it would have been a great court case. Everybody would have had a good time. But it's the fact that we had to wait 2 hours and 13 minutes. That's the part that killed us. Yeah, I have nowhere else to go. We'll start looking. Do you have friends? You probably made some friends in jail. You should probably go hang out with them. All right. That's the video, guys. Or that's the live stream. If you guys want, once I'm done with this live stream, leave it in the comments whether or not I should do these more often. Because this is kind of the thing that I was afraid of, is that I was going to start it knowing that he had his hearing at 1, and then they were going to kick it to the end. So that's what I'm afraid of doing these, but that's it. Everybody have a good rest of your day. And the link for the pinned comment link, that's for my Warhammer, Game of Thrones nerd channel. If you guys are into that kind of thing, go subscribe over there. I have a bunch of content out already. But yeah. Did he get out? Fred, from what I remember hearing, it was a $2,500 personal bond. So yes, he's going to get out today on a personal bond. Oh yeah, Erica did interviews. I think the interviews are up on my channel. I put them out as videos. They're both like 5 hours long. So each one is like 5 hours. So if you have 10 hours, I'm being generous, giving him a week. Yeah. All right. Everybody else have a good rest of your day. Be safe. Hang out with your loved ones. I might stream later with the Lucky Laptop News thing. I might not. I don't know. Everybody have a good rest of your day. Bye. Bye.